Everybody, I hope you all doing great. Today in this video I want to talk to you about how you can pruning your grapevine in two methods. In this video I'm gonna to prune these grapes on my balcony with a spore pruning. Spore pruning and cane pruning is a different method for pruning grapes. First of all, I should say I really appreciate all of you for supporting my channel, for keep supporting my channel. It means a lot for me. I wasn't in my city for a long time, and honestly this winter time was a really busy time for me, and unfortunately I lost some of my plants, and like my seedling, my papaya, and some other are not really healthy. For example, my dragon fruit is not really healthy, but that's still alive, and I hope you love my gardening and you can enjoy with my gardening. So in this video I want to show you and share with you how I'm gonna to do spore pruning on these grapes. As you know, I have a few big grapevine in my garden. You can see that's in my garden, and it grows on my balcony on second floor, and I make that trails last year, and those are new. I'm gonna to prune them, and I will show you another one. Which method is better for your plant? Nobody can say that before testing. So first of all, clean your pruning tools with alcohol. It's the first thing, and then you can see I make this cord and I let it grow on this part like this. You can see this one and this one belongs to that. This is just 1 year old. Last year they grew on this cord, on these trailers I make it. First of all, I should tell you something. Some people ask me when we should do pruning. Actually, when your grapes are not are in dormant and there is no any sprout, so you should do this. But if they sprout out, you should not pruning, but that's not really good time for pruning, honestly. And you should be careful, because when you cut down the branch, or if you cane pruning or spore pruning, when you cut a branch, that will start to dropping sap, and that's not really good, and your plants, your grapes will lose lots of nutrient and mineral, so that's not real good. So I don't recommend. If they came out from dormancy, or they breaking dormancy, you should not do that. So you should do this in winter time, and I will show you how you should continue. If you want to continue your plant, You can see this one. I want to continue this first year. I have this one, so I'm gonna do in this way, and then I'm gonna to tie it up in this part. But I want to tell you, if you want continue, you can see I want it continue like this. Okay, so first of all, we have a few. This is one, and this is two. From this part is not good. This is thin and weak, so I'm gonna to cut this. I want this bud. You can see this bud is really healthy, so I'm gonna to cut off this from this part like this. You can see. Let me to show you. You can see this is so healthy and there is no any problem. If you want, you can plant this in the ground and you have a new grape for next year. Grapevine is a really easy for propagate. If you want, you can plant them in container. If you want plant in the ground. So another thing, don't let these and these things belongs to last year on your plant, on your grapes. You can see. So this is for last year. You can see. I'm gonna to cut off this one. It's not healthy, and this one is not healthy too. You can see. It is a cane pruning. This is a cane pruning for this branch. If you cut them from the base, it is cane pruning. If you cut them from this part, for example, this is a stem, call this a spore, and we let 1, 2, 3 from this part. I'm gonna to cut it off. And about this one too, I don't want that one too, so it is it will sprouting and get a fruit. This branch will get a fruit. And about this one, from this part, 1, 2, and 3. You can see. If you cut down and you see some brown or black mold or something like that, you should cut them more like this. You can see this one is better than that one. Is enough for me. And about this one too, I'm gonna to cut it down like this. And about that one too, it is cane pruning. I do cane pruning for this one. Honestly, it is a many bud here, and I don't want all of them, just some of them. You should count them from this part, 1, 2, 3. But don't go near these buds. You should let them little bit distance between these buds. You can see, if you cut them from this part, it will dry out and you will lose these, but all of these will get a fruit, and I will show you. And if you watched my last video, just in this part, from this part to this part, I had almost 10 bunch of grapes. So you can watch that video. And this is a cane pruning. I do cane pruning for this one. I don't want this one. I don't want to let it grow like this. I'm gonna to cut it down. Why? Because I want it grow. Okay, I want to let it grow. And for this one, I don't want it get a fruit, I'm gonna to cut it like this. You should cut all those branch belongs to last year, such as those are not healthy. It is so important. You should do this. You can see this branch is not healthy. You can see inside this brown, so you should cut them like this. And here we have a two both, 1 and 2, and each of these will get a fruit and produce fruit for you. For this part 2, I'm going to cut it like this, and about this one too. For each part, you can see I just let 1 and 2, not more. You can see I'm going to cut this one from the base and this one from the base. I don't want to let them grow. So about this 1, 2, 3 from this part, cut it. 1, 2, 3 from this one, cut it. I don't want this one, cut down, cut down. Why? If you want get a good quality fruit, you should do this, and between each spore, each stem, like this one, you can see 1 or 2 hands between them is empty, like this, and that will sprouting good quality fruit for you. Like this, I'm gonna to cut it, this one and this one. Here I don't want it get a fruit. For this one I'm gonna cut it like this. So I do for all of these. You can see 1, 2 from this part, cut it, and 1, 2 from this one, cut it, and 1, cut it. I want just 1 because this is near this one. Okay, so I want it get fruit, just I let 1 spot say on it, not more. And about this one too, you can see I do for all of them same. And these branches, if you check out them are healthy, you can plant them in the ground. Just put them in the ground to this part in the ground, and they will sprouting in spring and in summertime they can grow up, but next and almost take 1 or 2 years for get a fruit. You can see here I have a tube. And I should just let 1 of them, not 2. Why? Because if you let, you can choose which one is stronger and then which one is healthy. If you let both of them here, they cannot get a good quality fruit. And about this one too, you can see that belongs to last year. About this one, you can see I do for all of these, and such as last year. Not the difference between these with my last year pruning. You can see I do for all of them. This belongs to last year. I don't want that one. New branches, and this one is not good. I'm gonna to cut it down like this. Just this one and this one, and here 1, 2, 3 from this part I'm gonna to cut it down. And look at this one, it's not good, and healthy, but here I have a new buds, you can see, and they will sprouting. Don't worry about that. All of these branches will sprouting and get a fruit, and I will share it with you. I will show you at the future, like my last year, and you can see how this method works. You can see this one, and 1, 2, 3 from this part, cut it down, and this one, I don't want that one, you can see, cut it down. Just I let this one. For this part too, I'm gonna to cut them, all of them. You can see is they are not good, they are not healthy, so I'm gonna to cane pruning from this part. Cane pruning for this get the fruit, for this get the fruit, not that one. This one is not good, so I'm gonna to cut it, just the one bud on it. Here 1, 2, 3 from this part, cut it down, and this one 1, 2, 3 from this part, cut it down. I do for all of them, and you can see this is after you work on your grapes, you have something like this. You can see doing like this, and you can have something like this. I will share it with you, and I will show you. This way is not good for get a fruit, good quality fruit. They cannot get a good quality fruit. They will get a foliage, leaves, and or goal is not to get a leaves on our fruit tree. We want fruit, so we should prune all of these, and I will show you. I want this continue. You can see I want let it grow. So from this part, I'm gonna to cut them like this, and 1, 2, 3, and all of them will get a fruit form this year. And you can see this one is not healthy, so I'm gonna cane pruning, and those are belongs to last year. You should cut them, you should cut all of them. Last branches, or these branches will get a mold, and they take effect on your fruit tree and on your grapes. So after I do this, I will continue the video.